Guys, Wallow J here. I'm here with my co-host Miguelino. Miguelino, say what's poppin', yo.
What's poppin', yo?
Also joining us, our other co-host. He's got a 20-pound brain. Egg, say what's up to the peoples.
What's up to the peoples?
Also joining us, PGF World 6 athlete, Jett Thompson. What's up, Jed? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
We're doing good, man. You know, just we're psyched for season 6, and we noticed that you are the youngest on the roster at 17, man. I thought you were like over 18, but man, you're killing it.
Yeah.
I've been watching your stuff, and I saw the B team tournament that they had a while back.
Yeah.
And man, impressive
Thank-
armbar at the end, 8 seconds. That was pretty dope. Well, what got you into jiu-jitsu?
Well, I used to live out in Western Oklahoma, and then we moved out to like Central Oklahoma about 10 years ago. And there happened to be a jiu-jitsu school like half a mile from our house. So I started there, and now I'm just training full time.
Do you even go to school or?
No, I'm homeschooled. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So you're focused on that pro athlete lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
How often do you compete? Do you compete like every weekend or?
Yeah, I usually compete every month. I've been doing the ACC Opens. I haven't competed in the last 2 months. I'm just doing a ACC trials prep.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I usually compete about every month.
All right, right on.
So-
are you going to the West? Go ahead.
No. I mean, I'm sure you go on the West Coast Trials. I mean, that's next week, and
Yeah.
like half you're going to see like all of the PGF there. Like all the competitors are going to that. So we'll be paying close attention to that. But so I got a little confused because I watched your little grapplers video that's on YouTube. That was really cool. I know you're with the Watkins Warriors, right?
Watkins Wrecking Crew.
Watkins Wrecking Crew, pardon me. But that's Arlington, Texas, and you were in Western Oklahoma, then Central Oklahoma. Where are you, man?
So I live over like a little north of Oklahoma City, but then I go down and I train at the Watkins a week every month. And I live down there with them for a week.
Oh,
That
wow.
makes sense. We're like, man, this kid's driving 3 hours each way. Like, that's commitment. But even still going out for a week, right? Still shows you're dedicated to this, focus on the craft, and you find a way to make it sustainable instead of driving every day and hating yourself. So props to that.
Yeah, thank you.
Shit, that'd be what's the draft like? Is it what, 4 or 5 hours?
Basically,
it's
right?
like 4 hours usually. Yeah. It's not that bad. I've been doing it for probably like 2 years now.
Oh man, nice.
But I mean, you just were able to drive this last year. So just the folks drove you, or how'd you do that?
Yeah, my dad drove me for a while.
Okay.
I'm sure he got tired of that.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to find you an Airbnb down there and just put you out there for a week.
Yeah.
So, the PGF coming up in April here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been able to, check out the previous seasons and check out the rule set and all that stuff? Are you familiar with everything or not yet?
Yeah, I'm sort of familiar. I've seen like some of the highlights from the other matches and the other seasons, and then I read the rules. It looks like a really cool rule set to me, because I'm a very submission focused guy, so I really like this rule set. Yeah.
What about your competition? What do you think of the competition that you will be facing this year?
It was crazy. He announced me, and then he started announcing all these people. I'm like, oh man, like this is like my first opportunity to fight those like top ranked fighters, the top 10 people. So I'm really excited for the opportunity, and to get to like be around those guys too is just going to be really cool, just to see like their routines, what they do, like how they think before their matches.
Yep. So a question I have to ask, it's been a trend that we've asked lately. So, we have 4 great coaches, 4 legendary coaches this upcoming season. Is there that one coach that you're just like, this is your elevator pitch to them, basically be like, yo, pick me for this reason? Is there anyone out there that, that you want to be part of their team, or is, anyone you want to pick their brain kind of thing?
Yeah, I would really want to get on Hodger Gracie's team. He he just seems like he's the GOAT, bro. So I just really want to just pick his brain on a lot of stuff, and then it's really cool to be on his team.
A lot of
Hodger,
guys are
pick him. No. How about this? Jett, you were the first one. No, you're the first one to at least just be straight up about it, because guys are like, well, I got this, I got, you're straight to the point. So again, more of a solid point. Jett knows what he wants. Let's see. Make your team take off. Sorry, I had to hit you with the pun there, my man. So get the team to take off and go into the playoffs with my boy Jett Hodger. You heard it here first. There you go.
All right. So you normally make an objection because Miggy gave you a compound question. So we asked you, which coach, and then he asked you to make the elevators pitch. So you've made your call. You want the GOAT as your coach. Now we should actually give you the opportunity. All right, give us your elevator pitch to the GOAT. Why should the GOAT pick you?
I don't know. I feel like I'm just like an up and coming athlete, and I feel like I'd be a really cool pick. I feel like I'm probably like an underdog for this whole thing, and I don't know. I feel like I just really want to be on his team.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you're a young man, 17. I mean, you've been training for years, but you're still moldable. One would say. I mean, that's what a coach wants, right?
Yeah.
A coach should be looking for somebody that they can shape, that they can improve upon. I mean, obviously, they got just a week with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to completely change your game, but as I've thought about this, what type of definition do they see things? I mean, these legendary coaches have thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of competition amongst themselves, of watching people. So they just, I mean, it's like, all of us regular folk, we're watching old school, 1980s style TV, definition. They're in 4K Ultra HD, where the heck the newest hotness is. They see everything. So if they could even just see one little tweak to give you that might just completely upgrade your game, I think it's be insane. So I'm really excited for you, brother. What do you think?
I think that's a really good way of looking at it. Just because they have so much experience, these coaches that you're bringing in, that they can watch you and they can see the very fine the details that most people don't see. So when they're watching you roll, they're able to see that, and they're able to see the mistakes you're making that most people won't see, just because they have that much experience.
Are you addressing anything that you might think is a weakness right now? I mean, are you working with anything specific with your coach?
No, not really. I've just doing my finals prep for trials right now, a final prep for trials, and then I think I'm gonna do a lot of submissions after trials in my training, just probably a lot of front headlock stuff, because looking at the rule set, I think the front headlock submissions will be really good for this rule set, just because the chokes are worth more than the breaks.
Yep.
And the front headlocks probably one of the easiest chokes to wrap up. It's a lot easier than probably taking somebody's back or a triangle or something.
I mean, that's interesting, because it seems, and again, we only have so much film on you, but it seems your plan A, or your go-to, seems to be the go to guard real quick and throw up that arm bar. So have you been working more on wrestling and going to the front?
I'm working a lot on my wrestling and my coming on top and passing, getting ready for this next trials last few months. So I realized at my last trials, that was that was probably a big weakness in my game. So last 3 months, I've really been working on that. So I think after this, I'm gonna work a lot of front headlock stuff. And the triangle used to be like my go-to thing when I was like a little younger. So I think I want to get back into doing the triangle a lot more for this rule set, since I think that would be a really good submission for it.
Pretty smart.
So,
Are you by any chance familiar with the elbow genie rule, Jett?
The what?
The elbow genie rule? I guess it sounds really wild to say, right? So you probably don't know. So the reason I bring it up is in the PGF, they have this really cool thing where if you get a submission within the first minute, you get an extra point added on.
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
So
right. I heard you and Kyron Kerchuk were talking about that last podcast.
Watch out. He's doing research on us. Watch out. He's
There you
trying
go.
to turn the tables.
Actually, he was doing research on Kieran. I mean, we're not competing.
You know? Right?
No, that's smart. That's smart. So, I mean, obviously, you're in Oklahoma. I mean, there's some amazing wrestlers in Oklahoma. Are you just doing wrestling with other jiu-jitsu guys? Are you bringing in some wrestling? What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm mostly just doing like some wrestling with other jiu-jitsu guys. There's some like good wrestlers in our gym, my gym I train at here. They've wrestled like through college and whatnot. So I'm doing some wrestling stuff with them. They're showing me like these techniques, and then really just like combining like that high level wrestling that they have with a really good jiu-jitsu game. So being able to like apply some of these techniques that they're showing me with like front headlocks and like jumping on the back and whatnot, I think is a really good way of approaching it.
Do you do any other sort of cross training?
Not really. I have a home gym. I'll train there a lot. Then I train at the Forge BJJ in Oklahoma City. And then I train at Watkins.
Right on. Now, the season's got 12 matches for you within the first 4 days. Are you equipped for that? I mean, is that something that you think your body can handle?
Yeah. I think I'll definitely be fine with the matches. Like, I've been used to the ACC trials training I've been doing. And that's a lot more than 4 matches. I mean, 12 matches in a week, you know, but it's 12 like high level competition matches too. So, but I think I'll be fine with that. I just want to make sure I'm getting like my training in through the week also.
Right on.
We've heard a lot of people say that, man. Just be ready. I mean, all y'all are killers, and I know you do a lot more than 3 matches a night. But it's a little different when it is that competition level, as you said, the high level competition you're dealing with. So
yeah,
just if the dream was here, he would tell you that, because he was a season 2 alumni, and you got to be talking to your coaches, have that good recovery plan, make sure you're getting that good nutrition.
Yeah,
I got it, brother. I mean, we're 2 of us are in our 40s over here, so we dream of being back in our late teens like you, and be able to bounce back from everything. So you probably do have an advantage over everyone on that, but still, you need prep for it, brother.
Shit, I woke up and I was hurting just by waking up. So Egg mentioned, nutrition. Is that something that you definitely handle, or you're just a kid right now? You just eat whatever.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I just eat whatever.
Man, you're blessed. You're blessed.
The big bottle of Fairlife milk. I drink.
Oh man. Okay, that's
those every day. I drink
games
like
right there, man.
The chocolate milk.
Oh, chalky milk. Oh
yeah.
man. So our tendies part. I gotta know. Our tendies part of this diet, Jett. We got chalky milk and tendies. If you do. Oh man, dude, I gotta say this real quick to the competition. Watch out there, because you have a kid here, Jett, who drinks chalky milk and tendies and can snap your limbs. Be careful. I'm just saying, man. That right there would be the biggest demoralizer. I can just see you like right after the match, just chugging some Fairlife and just, dude, it's your gimmick, man.
No, not the tendies. You need the dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. Some chocolate milk, some dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. So you have that like mat side after you like snap somebody's arm, like this.
Yeah. Tell your coach to have one on hand so you can run up to the camera, bite the head off. You're like, this is my mats, dude. That's perfect.
Shit, McDonald's is gonna come calling and be like, "We're gonna sponsor you."
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I don't think McDonald's is real food, but whatever. You know, if they pay you, let's go.
Hey, they got chalky milk and nuggies, man. You know, that's the life.
There you go.
Hey, do you do any, mental preparation for your competitions? Like, a lot of guys are now finding, yoga and meditation and stuff like that. Are you into that?
Sort of like I envision a lot of my matches, so just like thinking it through and thinking like for like weeks and weeks beforehand. I'm like going to sleep, like I'm just thinking of like how this match is going to go, or like who I could fight in like this competition, and what I want to do if I fight this guy with this guy, and like what his reaction would be and what my reaction would be. Just envisioning the match in my head.
Do you do a lot of tape study, or you leave that up to your coach?
Yeah, I leave a lot of it up to my coach, but I usually watch like half an hour to an hour every day.
Oh wow, nice.
So
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Well, since you've been doing study, I mean, obviously you watched the podcast with Kieran Kichuk, not for us, but for him. Are there any particular competitors you want on your team, or any scalps you want to take, and anyone you want to be able to take out, or what's your thought on the competition?
I want to fight everybody, bro.
Hell yeah!
Come on.
If I got a match with everybody, that'd be awesome. But yeah, there's some people I want to fight. Like I'd really like just to have a match, with people like PJ Barge and Andy Varela, like those high level people coming into this. But yeah, there's also like Davis Asari, Nato Canuto. Like there's some really good people coming into this, and I would love the opportunity to fight everyone there.
I love your spirit that you want to like just I want all y'all, and I like that. But is there any one competitor? Because I mean, you're still gonna have to have 4 teammates. Is there anyone you would particularly like to have on your team that you might be able to learn from? Your style is kind of like, or or something you'd like to get from them?
Yeah. Well, I didn't really think of that. I don't know. There's some really good people there. I would like Elijah Creighton. I know he knows a lot about this rule set, so it'd be nice to have him, just be asking him the questions about like his past experiences with the PGF, Then yeah, Andy Varela and PJ Barge. Like I would love, like there's some 2 people I really looked up to, and I'd love to have them on my team, just asking them about like their career so far, especially someone like PJ Barge, who's been to like places like ACC Worlds and has that experience. I'd love to just pick his brain.
I can believe me. He just won the Polaris Grand Prix.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he's a killer. Yeah, maybe a piece of advice. I'm not a coach, but just saying, if you go up against PJ or Andy Varela, you might want to just sit down.
Yeah.
I don't think this is probably not the time to be trying out that wrestling you've been working on. I want to just go to that guard.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Thanks, coach.
Yeah, I'll be here all day.
Mickey, you had a question for him. Go ahead.
So something curious about your background, because you homeschooled, pretty much focused on jiu-jitsu. So is there anything outside of jiu-jitsu? I know that we had recently Max Hansen, found out he's a League of Legends gamer, so he loves playing LOL, so the game. Anything like that for you? Whether it be even something, it could be as simple as you're into beekeeping, or I don't know. Everyone has their hobbies that keeps them sane outside of jiu-jitsu. Anything like that for you?
I like watching Dragon Ball.
Hey, there you go. Hey, see, that's some way to unwind. And I know a lot of people use it to motivate, right? Like they go from Dragon Ball, they're like, I want to be Goku. Start training, start lifting. So you live in the life. Nice.
Yeah, that's basically all I do is I watch Dragon Ball and I do jiu-jitsu.
Is there somebody that you mold your game after, or you just go with the flow and whatever your coach is showing, that's what I want to do?
Yeah. Basically, it's whatever my coach is showing. Like he watches a bunch of tape and he's like studying like these tournaments I'm getting ready to compete in, like PGF, ACC trials, and he's like showing me the moves and the techniques and the styles that he think would best suit myself for that rule set.
Right on.
So, I mean, you've just been doing adult competition for about a year. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think my last kids competition I did was ADCC Denver. I did the teens division there. Then that was the last. I haven't really done kids competition like besides ACC. I did like Pan Kids back in 2021. That was my last one, or 2022. Sorry.
Sure. No, it's just both Wallo and I watched that little grapplers video. So you went right from kids competition belts straight up to right to a purple belt. Is that correct?
Yeah. I didn't go through the blue belt. I just went right to purple. My coach thought it'd help me like get higher level like super fights and stuff like Midwest finishers and finishers.
It's okay. I mean, all the blue belts in the world, we're not salty about that.
Yeah.
Just jumping over. It's okay. You do you, man. That's cool. That's cool. Well, rest of us.
Hey, listen, he could do that because he's talented. You don't have that talent, bro. So don't be jelly.
Fair enough. Thanks. Rub it in.
We do have to give you some shit, though. What's up with this, man?
Oh man,
you look like you're 9.
I was 9.
Wreck house.
Yeah, that's a picture for my first fight to win. That was in like I think that was 2018.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
So that's just some like psyops against your opponents. Like what? Who am I going up against? Like this little kid?
Yeah, kind of. I just never went and changed it. It was like my dad
Honestly,
made that,
you should never.
that profile.
It should stay that way forever, man.
I don't know how many years ago, and just never went.
That should be it. So you got to keep it, man. That's it. That's your thing. They're like what?
I wasn't sure if it was you. I was like, this is a kid. Man.
Hey, just real quick, we got some comments. Hey, DGJK
They shared one
for me. Says good luck, Jed, and Means and Savagery. What's up? From us as well. So I mean, who's so you're allowed to bring one coach with you to this competition. I'm sure you read the FAQs and all that stuff. So who's coming?
I don't know. I don't know if like Fresher Watkins will be able to come out there that whole week. So I don't know. It might be my dad. Like he might be the one coming out.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
He's gonna have to keep you out of trouble in Vegas.
Yeah.
we may have to have special permission just to give him an in.
Right?
No, he's not gambling. He's not gambling. He's just going to come break people. I swear.
So, you're doing all these big tournaments, the ADCC Opens and all that. Do you still do like local stuff or you're like, meh?
No, not really. Most of the local stuff I usually ref and like color.
There you go. Hey,
I
stack
noticed.
that paper up, man.
Right. I noticed that they were saying that you work for AGF. You're working as a ref for them?
Yeah. I'll work like the local events when they come into town. Then
Nice.
I'll like they let you do one division when you're reffing, so I usually do that one division because they usually need like somebody fill in for like a brown belt division that only has like one person or something, But, I'm not usually competing in the local tournaments for the most part though, unless I'm reffing it.
Dude, think about it. They're like this. They're like, hey, you want to take it up with the ref? He can snap you, but go ahead. That's how to do it. That's smart. Smart at AGF right there.
So are you just focused on like money tournaments and the trials for ADCC?
Yeah, it's mostly what I'm focused on now, probably for the rest of the year.
Right on. So what do you think about, the tournaments, the professional tournaments, the money's never been, like it is now. Like, the PGF is starting to pay, the 100,000 for the winning team, an extra 20 for the one that walks away with the championship. And there's another tournament in Florida, the Sabateria, who's also going to be
True.
be paying 100,000, for the winner. Are you interested in Zapateria as well, or
Yeah, I was actually looking into trying to do that. I'm gonna see if I can do a cut down to 160, and then they have a Austin qualifier, so I think I'm gonna try and get into the Austin qualifier.
Right on.
But I need to see how like a cut would go to 160 first.
What do you walk around at?
I'm like 177, 178 right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, if I could do a cut down to 160, that'd be a really nice weight to fight at. If I had like that weight advantage, if I could do it right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give up McDonald's, bro.
Yeah, bro.
have
Trade in the nuggets from Chick-fil-A for grilled nuggets. That's a hack right there for you.
Grilled nuggets.
Grilled nuggets. Remove the breading so you save some calories and it won't stick to you. And you can hit that 160.
So the rankings are out. Have you taken a look at the rankings for the PGF?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah. Are you okay with that, or are you having a fit like maybe some of the other guys? That's what I heard.
Because it's your
I heard some guys were having a fit, about the rankings, but I'm just wondering, are you okay with your ranking, or do you not really care?
Yeah. I don't really care a whole lot. There's definitely some people like above me I think I'd be able to beat. But
like who?
Ben Eddie.
No, the heck you say. Have you gone against him before, perhaps?
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, it's the preseason ranking, so I'm not real worried about it.
All right, right on. I mean, I think the same thing. It's just rankings. At the end of the day, you still have to have the match.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter
actually.
So, but that's cool.
I was trying to loft you up a softball there. We watched your match at the Dallas Open against Ben Eddie before you came on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you armbarred him in like 25 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, I think.
You would have got the bonus point,
Yeah.
Yeah, had that been a PGF match, you would have gotten 4.
You would have gotten 4, not just the 3. So, but we also saw there was an Austin Open. Did you go against him in that as well?
Yeah, you fought him in the semifinals at the Austin Open.
Oh, wow.
So,
but that was points, though.
Yeah, that went down to overtime. I scored 2 on him in overtime.
So a takedown or reversal? What was that?
That was a takedown.
Okay. Well, I mean, shoot, you're 2-0 against one of your competitors that's ranked higher than you. So, I mean, one might question that, Commish or whoever decided to make these rankings.
Yeah.
Listen, if Matt Scaff would have made the rankings, I'm sure you would have sit way higher than 12. I'm just saying.
Okay.
He was the one who was who told us about you. He said, hey, I talked to BMAC and we need to have Jett Thompson on. And the name rang a bell, but it's kind of hard to keep track of all the grapplers.
There's so many now.
Yeah, it's we love it. Listen, but we don't watch all the tournaments because there's so many, and some of them are not even televised. And then you have to wait for somebody to upload them to YouTube. And then if you don't have a Flow Grappling subscription, then you're not going to see a lot of the matches.
Yeah,
because a lot of your stuff was on Flow, and I'm like, damn it, I couldn't watch it.
I could have swore I gave you my password, but don't worry.
Do? We don't do that here. What?
We would never do that.
So we do not share passwords.
Don't worry, Jett. The 20-pound brain is watching all your matches. So I'm tracking what you're putting down, buddy. That's one of my jobs. I cyber stalk people for the show, the PGF. But I mean, let's just maybe go back a minute. So at what age did you start jiu-jitsu?
I was 9 when I started. So yeah, so that was it'll be 8 years in June. Good Lord.
And so
I know.
I mean, so pretty much your whole family does jiu-jitsu, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't train as much as me. They're like I'm the only one in my family that's like not a hobbyist. They usually
Are you the goat in your house?
Of course.
Man, you can put on the pizza box, do not touch the last slice of pizza. It's mine, and no one will touch that slice of pizza. That's amazing.
Yeah, nobody touches my food. Nobody.
There you go.
It's like, I see you eyeing my tenders, Dad. Don't even think about
Hey,
it.
Dad, do you like your wrist working? Don't touch my tendies. That's what I would do. That's good.
So basically they say, hey, go take out the trash. You're like, how about we go hit the mats?
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm good.
quick.
But both your folks are purple belts as well.
Actually, my mom just got her brown belt.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Shit.
All right, don't mess with mom.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
she can take your degrees away, man. Ooh, be careful.
Oh my god, I just saw the last comment. Oh, come on, Wally, you got to put that one up there.
Hold on.
Oh, you just got called out.
I'm assuming this is your dad.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's gonna tell mom. So for the people listening,
man.
his dad
Oh, shit.
hopped on the chat and said, "Hey, I'm gonna tell mom you called her a hobbyist."
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody's
They're
in
gonna
trouble.
turn off the password on the on the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
So,
man.
Okay, actually, I have to ask this one. You guys have
Go ahead.
mats at home, I'm assuming, right? If you're the
Yeah.
competitor. Okay, there you go. Oh, man, that's where your dad's going to text you, hey, after the podcast, meet us on the mats, bud. Oh, man.
They're gonna be out there getting warmed up right now.
He'll be like, "Man, I just rolled off a podcast and I'm gonna whoop you all."
Yeah.
There you go. So, I mean, you've already started watching some of the PGF. Have you seen the documentary that came put out, the Grapplers?
I saw the first half.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It shows you a little bit of background, see what's going on behind the scenes.
Mhm.
But a comparison you've been receiving, season 1, we actually had a 16-year-old compete in
Oh, really?
PGF's. Yeah, in season 1, he came back for season 4, actually season 3, season 4. Actually, he had a hop in on season 5. So Noah Randolph was
Dang it,
in
I
the.
didn't get to do my joke.
I'm sorry. So he was in the stands. Him and his dad were like just watching, just like, hey, we're PGF fans, so we're gonna watch. By day 3, he was on the mats because of all the injuries. So we need replacement players. But anyways, it's been told that you're gonna somewhat be the new Noah, and I say that as a super fan because he came in as a 16-year-old and he was up against like not just grown men but huge men because that was like the 195-pound season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he just defended and got a lot of submissions as well. I just say that I think you're going to be a fan favorite. People are really going to cheer for you.
Okay.
You're gonna have a lot of people trying to adopt you online. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be careful, people.
So-
That could be dangerous.
What are your thoughts on the growth? I mean, jiu-jitsu, obviously we saw it in MMA and all that stuff, and obviously it's sport on its own, but it seems like it's taking off now.
Yeah. Oh, for
What are your thoughts on that?
Jiu-Jitsu is growing so fast. It's probably one of the fastest growing sports in the world right now. So it's like I haven't been around very long. Like I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 8 years, and like even like watching the local competition, like it used to be like a 6-mat 1-day tournament. Now it's like a 14-mat 2-day tournament. It's like even watching like the local competition scene like almost double in size, and then like watching jiu-jitsu been like studying jiu-jitsu for probably like the last 3 or 4 years, just like seeing the difference in like the fan base between like ACC 2019 and 2022.
Yep.
It's
just like it's crazy how much the sport is growing, and now like they're doing tournaments in T-Mobile Arena now.
Yep.
Like crazy.
Yeah, man. You know what's pretty cool is again, right? You started jiu-jitsu 8 years ago, over 8 years ago.
Mhm.
It's crazy how, in a sense, in your lifetime, you've gotten to see the sport grow into what it is. Like when I started, right? Your coach would be like, hey, if you see this on YouTube, don't trust it, right? That was the thing back in the day. It was like, if you see YouTube, it's going to be something crazy. But now you can go on YouTube and maybe find something like that, you're like, oh my gosh, you can see like Craig Jones, Kit Dale, Walker Giles, like great Australian guys, or John Danaher. You can see all this great technique that, again, before, like, dude, when I started, they're like, if you try this on YouTube, just get out. That's kind of
There's some Brandon McCatherine, 1 minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brandon BMAC, of course. Yep. With everything, right? So, dude, you're lucky in the sense that 17, and you're at the part where the sport's like what other kids have, like with basketball, baseball, football, soccer, right? All these cool drills. We didn't have that, but now you do. And, dude, you get to grow with the sport, right? Like 17 years old. Obviously, you have a lot more to grow. Like, dude, you get to grow with the sport. And even with this, your involvement in the PGF, dude, like, people get to see you grow and even follow you more, like the Rutolo brothers, right? Like, for me, I remember seeing them do like a promo for Show Your Roll, doing a kids seminar. I'm like, man, these kids can kick my butt. I'm trying to look at them now, competing at ADCC level. One, like, dude, you're right there as well. That's just something to pat yourself on the back with,
man. Thank you.
Sorry. What are your goals? Like, short term and long term. Are you looking to, obviously, ADCC? Are you looking to coach after that? What are you looking to do?
So yeah, a few ADCC titles would be the goal, So like go there, then maybe like have a good run in absolute, then like probably like retire like around 30, 35, then have a school around Oklahoma. That's the life plan right there. If you like compete all the way through my 20s, like make some money, win a few world championships, and retire in Oklahoma and have a school.
Right on.
Now, goal, man.
I know you're saying, you said that you were homeschooled.
Mm-hmm.
If colleges had a jiu-jitsu team, would that be something that would interest you?
Yeah, that'd be really cool, actually.
Possibly going to college and, NCAA tournament,
Yeah, if it was like wrestling.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool if they had like a jiu-jitsu college, like if you had like a team of like young competitors to train with too. That'd be really cool.
I think eventually that's a possibility.
It'll for sure happen. Yeah,
it's just too big not to be part of a curriculum. Even in high schools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we gotta get it to be an Olympic sport first. That's one of the things, because once you get to the Olympics, then people see it as that verified actual sport. So there's traditionally only been so many ways to make money in jiu-jitsu. So if you're going kind of the traditional route, go be amazing competitor, win a few championships, no big deal. Then have your own gym. But a lot of these guys are making just tons of money with their instructionals.
Yeah.
If you were going to do an instructional, what do you think you'd be teaching us?
Probably arm bars. Yeah. Like I have a few armbar highlights I could use to sell it. And I taught a seminar last weekend, an armbar seminar. So that like I basically just show a lot of the stuff I showed at that seminar and some other stuff that I think I have like a very a lot of like armbar stuff that most people don't see a lot that I think would be really good for an instructional.
No, that's awesome. So I mean, obviously Miggy talked about the elbow genie point. So Jonathan Roberts was in our first season of the PGF. He just armbar master. You can watch him in season 1 and season 3, just killer arm bars. But pardon me, he was just smoking fools left and right with his arm bars.
Oh, really?
But about half the way through the season, he wasn't going to make the playoffs, because back in season 1, a choke was worth 7 points, and a lock or break was only worth 3. So to help fix that problem, that's why they have the elbow genie point, the elbow genie rule. So if you get that armbar within that minute, you get an extra point, so it's 4. And they also reduced the kills to 6, so it's more even. And some people have asked us, I'm going to tell you right now, it's perfectly fine. I mean, kills are great. But if you have that ability to hit those arm bars and you're able to hit them quick on people, that is easily an avenue to top 8.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, you might not be number 1 or number 2, but I'm telling you, if you get quick arm bars on people, you have a real chance of making that top 8.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think like in this season, everybody there is like such a high level that like if you see something, I don't think you're going to want to pass it up, you know. That
really
He's
smart.
paying
man.
attention. He's paying attention.
If you get a
He
shot,
knows what's up.
you see that shot, you take that shot. No,
Yeah.
no question.
It's not you're not probably not going to get another look if you pass on it.
I mean, so that's a big question that we've kind of had amongst different people on the show, because it could go either way, right? So we have such high level competitors here. The question is this going to be the lowest scoring season because the parity and the level of skill, or does everyone buy into the system? Because the PGF is meant for people to open up their games. You only have 6 minutes, and here's the thing: if they stall you out, or if you stall out and it's a draw, you both lost.
Yeah,
because you only got 12. You only got 12 chances. I mean, it seems like a lot, but every match, it's one less chance you have to put points on the board. So what do you think? Do you think people are gonna, are they gonna stall out, or are we gonna have not many points, or do you think people are gonna open up their games and go for those submissions? And as they go for submissions, open themselves up, and then we're gonna see a lot more. What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, from like the competitors that like I have like watched on the list, I think a lot of them will like open up their game. Like, like Andy Varela, PJ Barch, like I will. I know probably Ben Eddy might. There's like a lot of the competitors I've seen, they're probably just going to be like headhunting. They're going to be like wanting to go kill somebody out there, But but at the same time, like they all have amazing defense. So it's really hard to say, but I'm probably going to say that there'll be like less submissions than they have in previous seasons, just because everybody's such a high level. It's hard to tap somebody at that high level. That's why you see like a lot of stuff in ACC, like a lot of it's scored with points. But I think there probably won't be as many submissions, but it's going to be like 2 like crazy people like going after submissions.
And you made a really good point in your preparation. Previously, you noted this because right now you're in big ADCC qualifier. You're in the hunt right now, and that's what you're working. You're probably working your wrestling, worried about the points and stuff like that. So that's next weekend, and then you have 3 weeks until the PGF after that to really sharpen your sword for those killing strokes that you need. Do you think people are going to be in kind of that ADCC qualifier hangover where they're still stuck thinking about points, or are they going to be able to flip that switch? What do you think?
I think a lot of people will probably be able to flip that switch like fairly easy, because they're all like, everyone that I've seen so far is all like seasoned, experienced competitors, So I think they'll be able to just like flip that switch like in their mind, thinking like, oh, I need to go for like this. But a lot of times, it plays hand in hand. Like if you could get a solid back take in PGF, like you're probably going to be able to get a rear naked. Like it's easier to find those submissions off the good positions, So that helps a lot too.
Right on. Hey, do you still get nervous for competitions, or is that not even a thing anymore?
I still get a little nervous, but I'm a big Linkin Park fan, so I usually just listen to like Linkin Park for 3 hours before my match.
Holy shit, 3 hours.
Dude, listen to the Meteora, the 20th anniversary collection before a comp. I think you'll be pumped right there. Some unreleased stuff. Nice.
I listened to Bleed It Out in the Midnight album.
Nice.
So we got a comment on here, and that does bring up some good questions. So
which one, Thiago?
No, well, Thiago's fine.
Savagery.
Okay.
So he has some good questions. I mean, how much does a big crowd and being the center of attention have on you being so young? So I means the savagery. I like that question. A little bit of difference here. The PGF is made for the streaming audience, so made for you watching this right now. So the actual event, I'm sure you've seen the mock-up on PGF.world. It's going to have kind of a speakeasy feel. We're all going to be wearing suits. It's going to be very invite only. Okay, Wallow, you're doing work, man, so you get away with it. I got to wear a suit every day. So there's not going to be a lot of people like actually in the event itself. But to this point, next week you're going to be at the the ADCC qualifier. That's going to be huge. That's going to be ginormous. All kinds of people.
That's going to be insane.
Does Lincoln Park just get you focused? Are you able to turn focus just on the mat and tune everything else out, or how do you do that?
Yeah, I just like I have like a lot of experience, fighting in front of people. So like it's not really like people that make me nervous anymore. I'm just like, it doesn't really matter to me. I just go out there and I perform and I do the best I can and see what happens,
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about jiu-jitsu. That's why I think a lot of us do it. I mean, that's why I do it, is for the mental health aspect, because you have to focus just on your opponent, because it's pretty self-correcting. You don't focus on your opponent, you're getting choked out.
Yeah.
So okay. But so here's another question. I mean, you're going up against freaking grown men. I mean, old man strength is a thing.
Yeah.
So do you do like a particular conditioning, strength and weightlifting to get ready for that? What's
his
that
dad. He tosses his dad around. That's how he gets ready.
Wallo's throwing you under the bus. He's going to get you in trouble. He's going to get the Wi-Fi turned off on you.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with that, man?
So I've been doing adult competition since I was like 14. So like I've been used to fighting adults for a long time now, but just it's like a normal strength training program. I do like squat, deadlifts, bench, rows. Then one of my favorite things to do for jiu-jitsu actually is I have medicine balls at my garage, and I just like working like body locks and chokes. I just like wrap around it. I squeeze for a set time for like 6 minutes, and just
6
like,
minutes
is there. Yeah, as hard as I can. Just like I'll wrap my arms around the ball and just like collapse.
Man, that's scary. You have a kid out there that's conditioning himself to squeeze. My head explodes at the thought. Man,
he's conditioning himself to kill you.
Right, just
for a whole PGF match. 6 minutes is a whole PGF match, and you're just focused on squeezing the whole match. That's crazy. I love it.
Well, listen, before we let you go, why don't you give a shout out to, first of all, your parents for being cool and putting you in jiu-jitsu.
Shout out.
And anybody else that you want to send a shout out to, maybe sponsors or whatever.
Yeah, shout out to my coaches, Jeremy Watkins, to my to all my my gyms, the Forge, BJJ, Watkins, and shout out to my sponsors, First Roll.
Right on. Egg, any final thoughts before we go?
I'm just pumped to see you, brother. You are going to be a fan favorite. You are the underdog, just being a young man. But people that look over you and don't pay attention and don't do their work, you're going to catch some people. And Wallow's going to catch you, catching people with his photography, and we're going to be calling it on the commentary. I'm pumped for you, brother. See you in a few weeks.
Yeah, see you in a few weeks. Nice meeting you.
Hey, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and we'll see you in Vegas, brother.
It was a lot of fun. See you in Vegas.
All right, bro. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Right. Peace.